What would you consider, in the history of horror films, the 5 best performances? It can be man and woman.
I mean, okay, well, the
supporting lead.
It's interesting because I think of iconic characters. Like I think of Elsa Lanchester in Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think of that necessarily as brilliant acting, but it's
she's
one
an
of the,
icon.
But she's an
the
icon.
Is yeah.
Where you can't think
but
of
that's
any.
Not quite the same thing.
Well, okay, with the best performances. The best performances where you watch an actress, I would say, and it's not in order. Linda Blair, The Exorcist, Sissy Spacek, Carrie.
I'll go for both of those.
Dee Wallace and Cujo.
I read that review, but I don't agree with it. But I mean, it's a fantastic performance. I don't think you can put her up with Boris Karloff, all right, as
No, Bela, okay, Boris Karloff is Frankenstein. Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi wouldn't make my list.
He wouldn't make your list. I would put Gunnar Hansen as Leatherface, for sure. I mean, it's hard because you think of, do I think Nick Castle as Michael Myers? But then I think of the head turns, the body language.
I don't know if she'd make number 5, but I think you could consider Jamie Lee Curtis.
For sure, Jamie Lee Curtis.
But then also, but it's not as good as Mia Farrow.
It's not as good as Mia Farrow, but to me, I have different standards. Like, to me, it's not as good as Bruce Campbell, as Ash. What he goes through in Evil Dead, that physical.
Especially when you add Evil Dead 2, when you have the whole thing and the slapstick comedy. All right,
it's just like, I mean, so yeah, it would have to be Linda Blair. I mean, can we say Robert Shaw in Jaws? Of course you can. That's like really great actors in a really good role in a movie. But Jack Nicholson in The Shining is another one of my favorites.
Well, that definitely counts. That counts. Okay. So what are the 5?
Okay, Jack Nicholson in The Shining, Linda Blair in The Exorcist.
Sissy Spacek and Carrie?
Jack Nicholson, Linda Blair, Bruce Campbell, and then I just I love Gunnar Hansen or Boris Karloff. This is really hard. Yeah, Boris Karloff as Frankenstein for sure. And then maybe Robert Englund as Freddy in Nightmare on Elm Street.
I think you're giving him a little bit more credit, but I'll buy that. That works. That absolutely works. I actually think Heather Langenkamp is actually better than Robert Englund in that movie. Would I put her over?
Would you put her over Mia Farrow and Mia Farrow?
No, I wouldn't. No way would I put her over Mia Farrow.
No, Mia Farrow's too good in Rose.
Yeah, exactly.
What are yours?
No way
What would you do?
Put her over. I think it would be Linda Blair, Sissy Spacek, Boris Karloff as the monster. I guess I have to go with Mia Farrow.
Now we can just go, okay, is it Tippi Hedren in The Birds or Janet Leigh in Psycho? Or Tony Perkins?
Okay.
We forgot about Tony Perkins.
Fuck Janet Leigh in Psycho, but Anthony Perkins is my 5th. Janet Leigh can hold a flickering birthday candle to Tony Perkins.
No, of course not.
I mean, the fact, in real life, Janet Leigh is only okay in that movie, and she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and Anthony Perkins wasn't nominated.
He wasn't?
No, he wasn't.
Do you remember?
So you can't even say, oh my God, I can't believe Anthony Perkins wasn't nominated. And then you realize, oh, it's worse than that. Janet Leigh was.
But what about...
And I actually think maybe his best performance is he's maybe even a little better in Psycho 2.
Richard
Frank,
yes, of course. We got to mention Jamie Lee Curtis' performance in Halloween.
No, it's
19 years old, and with who her mom is, she comes in and gives one of the great performances ever.
She's amazing. One of the, she truly started the final girl. The real final girl aspect, all right? And she carries that movie on her broad shoulders. Frankly, to tell you the truth, if Jamie Lee Curtis were to make the top 5 or extend it to 6, it would be her performance in Halloween H2O.
Really?
I tried to talk Bob Weinstein into pushing for an Oscar campaign for her in Halloween H2O. I thought she was amazingly terrific in that movie. She didn't have anything to prove anymore. She was already a star. She was already an icon. She had grown into her persona in this really cool way. And watching this grown woman deal with Michael Myers was pretty terrific. I thought she was fantastic in that movie. And it was as if it truly felt, unlike other movies, it truly felt like a full circle had come.